So, guess what I finally got to read today? That's right, I finally got to read Darth Maul, Son of Dathomir. So, I'm going to review it. So here we go. Now, for those who don't know, Darth Maul, Son of Dathomir is kind of like in the same boat as another Clone Wars era story, but it's a novel by the name of God. What is the name of it? Why is it suddenly escaping me? I'm forgetting the title of the book, but yeah, it's basically with Asajj Ventress and Quinlan Voss, and yeah, it focuses on that story. But yeah, this is kind of in the same boat, where this comic is actually an adaptation of unreleased episodes for Star Wars: The Clone Wars Season 6. You can clearly tell that this was meant to be in Season 6, as well as I feel like they wanted to do a lot more in Season 6 rather than the 13 episodes we got. I don't know what was the whole deal with that, why it was only 13 episodes, and the whole Clone Wars ending of Season 6, it just kind of left going, really? We're ending with that? Okay. Not to say that ending was bad, I'm just saying that, I felt like there could have been a little more, and, at least build into the Battle of Coruscant, you know what I mean? Anyway, I digress. So this takes place just after the end of Season 5, with where Sidious captured Maul after killing his brother Savage Opress, and now he's holding up in the Stygian, who most guys would know. It's been referenced several times. It's been recently referenced in Star Wars Rebels. So yeah, this is still technically in canon, even though it's a Dark Horse book with what's going on, though I don't know if Disney will count it as canon in their comics, or have it, referenced at all in Rebels. We don't, I'm still saying it's canon, unless Disney says, no, it was under Dark Horse, we're not counting it as canon, Maul's dead, yeah. Anyway, but let's not focus on what's canon and what's not. I'm counting this as canon as Clone Wars, and until otherwise, it's still canon with the Star Wars universe. Anywho, so, yeah, Maul has been, Sidious doesn't really care much for Maul. He could care less. But really what he wants is Sidious finally wants to end Mother Talzin, the, of course, the old witch and leader of the Night Sisters, and pretty much the matriarch of Dathomir. He wants to use Maul to bring her out of hiding, and so he could kill her once and for all. Maul escapes, thanks to the help that he still has, the Shadow Collective that he and Savage, built up. The Pike, the other two crime families, the Pikes, the Black Suns, even though he had assistance from the Hutt kind of backed out, but he still had help from Black Sun and the Pikes, as well as, he still has Death Watch under his command, and the Night Brothers, the male creature, the male race from Dathomir. So Maul manages to escape, but however, when he goes back to a planet that's his staging point, Grievous follows, and yeah, Maul leads his troops into pretty much a slaughter, and it goes on from there. It's a 4-part miniseries, and I feel like this was meant to be a 2-part episode of how it's built up. I can clearly tell that this was meant to be like a 2-parter that was, meant to build up to more, because the ending just really feels like, it didn't feel like, Maul's story really ended there. It just felt like Sidious was like, oh, this is the end of Mother Talzin. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know this already. Mother Talzin is officially killed here, even though she kind of quote unquote died fighting Mace Windu and Jar Jar Binks of all people. It's a one and done. It's in Season 6. But yeah, she lost her physical form in that episode. In this one, Maul is trying to help her get a new physical form and, help resurrect, Mother Talzin. It also is not just because, she's known as Mother Talzin, but we learn a big shocker in this episode. You ready? Mother Talzin is Maul's biological mother. It's not just, it's not with Asajj, with Ventress and, the other Night Sisters, where they're like, oh, mother, that's what they call her. No, she's the biological mother of Maul. Meaning she was also the biological mother of Savage. I'm pretty sure she was pissed off when, Sidious murdered one of her sons and kidnapped the other. So yeah, she, more or less, Talzin is guiding Maul's actions throughout this entire story, and it's actually kind of heartbreaking because you kind of root for Maul. I mean, yeah, he's still not a good guy. He killed, Obi-Wan's love and, taunted him, but you kind of root for the guy in this story because all he wants to do is get back to his mother, and yeah, you kind of root for him throughout this entire story, and you feel bad for when, Grievous kills Talzin in the story, and it's kind of heart-wrenching because she sacrifices herself to, protect her only son and the last son of Dathomir. Yeah, Dathomir is just completely just wiped off the face of the earth. We don't even know if there's any more of the Night Brothers left of how it ended. But yeah, this is, it's a pretty cool story. The action's pretty fast-paced. We get to see lightsaber battles, space battles, all of that, and we get to see how meticulous Maul can be in terms of his planning. And, we also get to see how good of a master planner Sidious is. And there's also some great dialogue between Talzin and Dooku in here, where she's trying to basically tell him, look, you may think you're going to rule the galaxy along Sidious's side, but really, he's already got another apprentice in mind. I've already seen what's going to happen, and you're not a part of his future. You're just another pawn for him to use. So, I thought that was pretty cool, of the dialogue between those two, and that bombshell of, oh, Maul's really Talzin's biological son. Holy shit. What else was cool in here? I like the Mandalorian characters, even though they're kind of... the two Mandalorians that serve under Maul, especially in here, are known as Saxon and... Not John Saxon, people. That's his though I'm pretty sure that was a reference in of itself to Doctor Who. But yeah, Saxon and the other one is Cast, who are pretty cool. I like what Death Watch has done, is basically they've retrofitted their armor to look black and red and have the Maul head spikes on some of the armors. I thought that was pretty cool, because now, as you guys remember, Maul took control of Death Watch after killing Pre Vizsla on Mandalore during the Clone Wars. So I thought this was pretty good. Again, it just kind of leaves that, oh, Maul's still out there. Oh, maybe we'll get this, maybe we'll get a resolution to this, maybe we won't. But all in all, I thought this was a lot of fun. If you're a Darth Maul fan, or if you're a fan of Clone Wars, I'd say pick this up if you can find it. I think the price is about $11, $12. It wasn't expensive, really. But yeah, I thought this was pretty cool. I thought this was a lot of fun. It's a nice little story of ending Talzin's story, as well as, we get to see more of Maul being badass, and even take on, and, he goes head-to-head with both Ayla Secura and Mace Windu in here, in a 2-on-1 fight, and I thought that was pretty cool. We also got Obi-Wan in here, although they don't really expand more on the Obi-Wan-Maul, rivalry in here, and I feel like, again, that was they wanted to do that in more episodes, had they got more. But anyway, once again, I thought this was a really great book. Again, it's a little unresolved. I still feel it's a little unresolved, but still, maybe they'll do something in Rebels. Who knows? Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.